Onko se hyvän näköinen?
Tää on paljon kysymyksiä. Hassuja kysymyksiä. Live. Onko se live? Juu. Siistiä. Sun pitää kuuntella sitä.
Sienimestari Hannes.
Sienen
lakki. Vittu minkä näköinen. Ei jumalauta.
Tervetuloa. Tää on Matti. Ja Nakkara. Tervetuloa. Welcome! Willkommen Sie. Ja sitten Banana. Hello. Hey. Hello. Love you too. Starting with love, the way it's meant to be.
Otetaan sitä mainos. This is what we drink. Rock, paper, scissors. Brewery. Made in Kuopio.
Made in Kuopio. Not a paid promotion. Well, let's wait for people to arrive and then we shall answer some questions. We have questions that you already sent to us, and then we have some questions that you can write us here. Because we're smart. We have Mickey here live with us. So that's super. Toivottavasti näemme lauantaina. Jos kerkette moikkaille! Kyllä me kerätään.
Eiköhän me kerätä juu.
Pidetään huoletta kerätään.
Kunhan me päästään lennolla ensin Suomeen, niin
Siinä on lähtökohtana. Se on ihan hyvä.
Näkyykö meitsi siinä?
Kyllä se näkyy. Sä oot komea.
Komea mies siinä.
Beautiful, beautiful, Jani made of.
Niin.
No niin. Alright, should we start answering the questions?
I think we can. I have many questions. First off, welcome. And Joel is not here, unfortunately. He had to leave, but he's going to be in the next one, we think. Not sure this will all be in English. Well, apart from a couple of questions, because you guys don't know what Oulu is. So let's start with that. Milloin Ouluun?
Marraskuun alussa.
Niin, nyt kun ehkä on nähnyt, niin...
Olisiko se 8. päivä?
Mä voin tarkistaa.
Mikä se on?
Hetki pieni. 12. päivä lauasta on.
12. marraskuuta. Silloin tullaan Ouluun Nelifemmassa keikka. Dirt-yhtye taisi olla lämpäin siellä.
Tulee kova rokki ja heavy ilta silloin. Tulee mestoille.
Sinne.
Metal. Would you consider to record a live unplugged album at some point? I'm up for that. I'm pretty sure we all are. It was actually at some point we were discussing this because I really love the MTV unplugged kind of things, acoustic things. So we were thinking about doing that at some point previously already, but well, naturally we decided to record an album instead. But at this point, but in the future for sure, I think. Because we have, of course, we play lots of acoustic shows, and I think our arrangements for some of the old classics, so to say, are pretty cool. So I think that's something we should definitely record because it sounds very, very cool.
Yeah, but I think I would love to do it live. Sorry,
Yeah,
with a small audience, because there is something different when we do unplugged gigs, and there's always the closeness with the audience, because at those gigs we can actually be 5 meters from the audience, so it's always kind of more intimate and more close feeling with the audience. So I would definitely love to do it live instead of just studio.
Yeah,
Actually, I think we were just talking about doing some kind of live recording, maybe live album also. But we should ask our label if they want to.
Yeah, because
So
you're not the
much
first one
into it, but we actually have possibilities to record like every show and every channel that goes through our mixing desk. So it would be actually possible to record like every show next year and choose the best live collection, and release that. But we'll see.
We'll see.
Small intermission here. I think Chlor DSG is saying come to Marseille. Actually, we're not going to come to Marseille at this point of time, but we're going to come to Lille in France, so you should come there.
In 1 week?
In 1 week, yeah.
Yeah. During my travels, actually, I got to go to Marseille and go to see the city and see the tourist attractions. It was very pretty. So
it's by the ocean, right?
Yeah, it was extremely cool. at some point in my life when I traveled to France a lot. It was very cool. But, well, right, definitely gonna come there as well. But first, come to Lille. Okay, next question.
Yeah.
Will you come to Mexico? Well, yes, for
Hopefully
sure.
soon.
Yeah, we actually had some plans already to come there a couple of years ago.
I think it was the Domination Festival or something.
Yeah, but naturally everything went to shit, so we didn't come.
Yeah, we haven't heard anything about the festival after Corona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm very sure that we're gonna come there hopefully sooner than later. Because these are the kind of classic questions, come here, come there, we wanna come everywhere. But
Logistics
yeah,
might be the problem sometime, but
That's so far away.
I'm sure one day we will.
for sure.
Okay, here's a good question. Mikä sieni siellä on seinässä?
Meidän
Se on makki. Se on makki.
Meidän ystävämme on tällaisia pikkusieniä myöskin, koska aina ei kannata aloittaa sillä suuremmalla sienellä.
Se on Hannes siinä.
You should catch my drift, my brother. Milloin ikärajan keikkakulttuuriarena 44 Kuopiossa? Kuule, ei tiedetä, mutta jos sinne on tarpeeksi jengiä kiinnostuneena tulemaan, niin ihan varmaan saa tuollaisia fiksattua. Ollaan kyllä niin tässä suunnittelemassa niin kuin kaiken ikäisille.
Käykää kyselemässä sieltä paikan päältä, niin sitten se on todennäköisempää.
Joo, paikalliselle promoottorille aina kun laitatte vähän sanaa ja kun käytte mestoilla, niin pyytäkää, että voitteko buukata Shiraz Lanein, niin sitä kautta meidät saa helpoiten.
Todellakin, että kyllä me halutaan soittaa ihan kaikille. Tässä ei kohtaa on suunnitteilla vielä, mutta tulevaisuudessa aivan varmaan.
Savonlauseen ollaan
Niin.
kyllä nyt tuossa Kuopion keikalle nyt syksyllä, mutta ei valitettavasti
Niin,
ole
niin.
sitten sallittu keikka kaikille.
Mutta niin, sielläkin sitten jos olet pyörimässä, niin tulkaa ihmeessä moikkaamaan. Me tullaan mielelläni moikkaamaan teitä. Ja onhan meillä yksi kuitenkin kaikille Kouvolassa.
Joo.
Okay.
Patoklubi Kouvola.
Niin, Patoklubi, jos ei ole hirveästi vaivaa matkustaa, niin tervetuloa.
Sinne pääsee alaikäisenä.
Joo, sinne me pyydetään sama kaikki messiin, koska nyt näitä ei ihan liikaa ollut näitä kaiken ikäisille. Niin siellä sitten. Onko se mitään kivaa?
Let's see. Milloin Jyväskylä ei tainnut nyt olla just, mutta Kuopio on ihan siinä vieressä, niin tulkaa sinne Savonlauseen.
Joo, kyllä. Ja kuten sanottua, tulevaisuudessa. Mikä oli vaikeaa albumin tekoprosessissa? I think this we'll do in English because I'm pretty sure, well, most of you are interested in this. What was the hardest part of recording the new album? The hardest part? Well, to be honest, it was just a blast, you know, to go be with the guys and go to the rehearsal space and start writing songs. But the hardest, that's a hard question.
Yeah, the hardest part is to answer this question.
I think it's kind of hard to really pinpoint one hard part. It's maybe like sections of the maybe recording process that we're like thinking about the songs and what you could do better, or if we had some songs actually that we thought that would be on the album and then we just couldn't get them to work out or something like that, and we just ditched them and made new ones. So you know, it's just an overall process.
Yeah, because that's the way it works. You write a lot of songs and then you think one song or the other song is going to be amazing and it's gonna have its spot on the album, but then because of the dynamics of the album it just doesn't fit into the whole concept of what we're going for. So I think picking the songs that we take on the album that we don't might have been the hardest. But at the same time we were all on the same page when it comes to which songs we want on the album, and then it was just a matter of finding the right spots within the album so we let you, the listener, go on a journey with us.
And of course it took a lot of time to make the actual song.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. You know, sometimes it was like a lot of mind work to get the song really work out. So
Yeah, and I wouldn't call it to be hard, but it's at least
it takes time and kind of
it kind of takes
energy.
Yeah, it takes a toll on you energy-wise, especially on the studio when we were working on like more than 10 hours a day just playing. so it kind of physically gets a bit hard.
Yeah.
Like
And
you use all your energy and
Yeah.
mentally to do that for 10 hours a day for 2 weeks straight. So it's kind of it's kind of not hard, but it's tough on your mind and on your body.
Yeah, for sure.
But other than that, it was just a great time with great dudes and
Best
playing
time.
music. So nothing to complain about, really.
Yeah, I think, well, I can only answer for me when it comes to this. Just like Anna said, it's physically very tough to play a long rock show every single day, many days in a row. Because as a singer, if there's any singers out there, you have to start your day right. You have to do your own routines that you have to find which work for you, because every single day is different. Your voice is different every single day. Then you have to play around with it and then, record through the day. And then you have to remember that even though you're super tired, you still have to take care of your voice, so then you have to stretch it and do warm downs and stuff like that. And that's like the hard part for me, because after I take a show, when I just want to go meet the fans and enjoy, have fun, I literally have to go backstage and I have to do my vocal trills and stuff like that, because if I don't do my warm up after the show, then I definitely feel it the next day. It's kind of like going on a long run or having a very hard weight session at the gym and then you don't stretch. It's the same thing, but on the vocal cords. So, but it's even worse in the vocal cords, because literally they tense up, and then if you do sing the next day and you're very hard on yourself, then it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Which is why I'm giving vocal lessons. So if you're interested, I will teach you everything.
It's less about it.
Yeah.
But also one point that was hard during the record process was maybe letting go of some of the parts of the songs with our producer. But in the end, you just have to remind yourself that it's for the best for the song, and not just lock into that one way of doing things.
Yeah, the cool part about this is that then when you let go of a part, then you give it a couple of spins and then you realize it's better. But then also this part that you gave up might become a completely different song. So that's the beauty of music, and the beauty of it is that you have no idea what we're talking about. So we're gonna make some cool things about it. Any questions there?
Actually, I haven't followed it for a while, so.
Will you ever play Behind the Eight Ball live again? Yes, we shall.
We must.
Yes.
I like a really special case.
Special occasion, but
you never know when it's gonna happen.
we love that song. We love that song.
It's
It's an important song
for
all of us.
For us,
Yeah, and it's and also once again talking about the vocals, that's one of those songs when I got to express and play around with my voice a lot, because sometimes I sound like an old witch, and then I go to the deep David Cowder kind of vibes and just combine everything. The coolest thing I know, one of the coolest things that I know in life is to be able to sing, and to when you're in that perfect spot in the flow where you can do anything with your voice. That's one of those songs when I really felt the connection within myself, and I got to do all these cool things. So yeah, we will play it live. European tour dates. No dates yet, except for the couple of dates that we have now.
Tomorrow, Hamburg.
Hamburg. Next week we have
Glam Slam in Belgium.
and then France, Lille.
And we have it's not announced yet, but we're going to have a gig in Stockholm
Yes, actually.
also this year. But
It was in October.
you'll get the information later. So.
Yeah.
But maybe next year we
Not
we really like
definitely
seeking for a tour.
Yeah, because touring is all about finding the right bands to play with, so that you get the best evening possible. And also for the financial structure of a tour, it's very, very cool and beneficial to have many great bands to have a good package. Who's the best at building IKEA furniture? Count me out. IKEA, that's
IKEA furniture.
Yeah, I think.
Or Joel.
Yeah,
Joel is pretty good with that kind of handyman stuff. And
I've done a couple of things like
Yeah.
recent years.
you just
Like
were there with the screwdriver
stuff like that. It's
That's
just have to
Yeah.
how it goes.
No manuals.
Wow.
Well, there was a question in Finnish that who is behind behind the lyrics of our songs, and yeah, it's
It's
me and
us too,
Magnus.
us too, yeah. Definitely. The way it works with us is that, well, we've been brothers for ages now, and hopefully for the rest of our lives. Nicky knows me, he knows what I feel, and he knows what feels good for me to sing. And so when he writes something, he knows that it's right down my alley the way I feel, and it's the way he feels as well. And then of course, I have to look at it from a singer's perspective to change it up a bit so that it feels more personal to me, but at the same time so that the vowels are right, the technical bullshit, yada yada of this, so that it's singable in a different way. It's very cool, it just works. And I'm always very happy and proud to show my lyrics for Miki to see what he thinks, and then we co-write and then we come up with something beautiful. So that's the way it works for us. It's fucking perfect. So we'll continue doing that.
Yes.
Well, that's a silly question. Can people hug you guys after the gig, or will you just disappear somewhere? You can always come get a hug, but always ask first. It's not cool to just come hug, because that's happened a couple of times, and none of us like it. So if you want to hug, I'm all up for hugs, and we all are, which is.
We're gonna be there.
And
Like every time, like if there's like, if we're really in a hurry that we need to leave like straight away, then it's like maybe Hannes will come. And
I will always.
and we probably have to do something, but normally we're like everybody is going to be there at some point.
Yeah, I will always try to come greet the followers, the listeners, our friends after the show, but sometimes we just have to leave straight away.
We just take a bit time to calm down after the show.
Yeah, and then of course sometimes, depending on if it's a tour or whatever we've been doing, playing, if we're all very extremely tired, that's very seldom that this happens, but it might be that we're not coming out at all because we're just literally trying to stay alive in the backstage. But that's
normal week.
That's normal. Yes, that's a yes for everything. What's your set list? Welcome to the shows, and you'll see.
But currently we're playing the full album, so every song that new album plus.
If it's a full show.
Yeah,
if it's a full show, then we'll do the whole album. Otherwise, it depends on how long the set is.
A collection of old and new songs.
Yeah, definitely. What keeps us happy and inspired, and what keeps you happy and inspired? Because I think it's as cool for you guys as it is for us to hear and play the new songs, because that's kind of the way it naturally works. But of course, we're gonna give you the oldie goldies as well. Come to Spain soon, hopefully. I love Spain.
We actually had plans for Spain, but
they turned
got
out
postponed.
Postponed is a nice word.
We're working on it.
We're definitely gonna come there sooner or later, but most likely next year. More questions there.
Who is playing saxophone on Who's Watching?
It is
Aapo.
Aapo. So the friend of our producer,
Yeah.
Juho. So he's very talented, as you can hear.
Would you also play the solo on Forgotten Shades of Light?
Yeah,
that's true. Same guy.
Yeah, true. Would you come play in Dublin, Ireland? Home of Thin Lizzy, big rock scene here.
Yes.
We love Dublin.
We love Dublin. We've been there
Once.
and we will come back.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. There's just some cities just have some magic to them that you just can't explain, and Dublin is one of those places.
Last time we didn't see the statue of Phil Lynott.
Yes.
They had to repair it.
Someone was drunk and drove over it. So.
So we need to come again and see the statue of Phil Lynott.
Yeah. Any questions?
What is your favorite weekday and why?
Fucking Friday.
That depends if you're a working man or working woman, as we are. One of those.
Working woman.
As you can see. But it usually, of course, naturally, when you're done with work during your week, then that's your favorite days are to come, because then you get to chill and then you get to rock out with your friends, and then you get to do things other than, be a slave to the grind, working 9 to 5. But, I don't know. Well, I guess that answers it. Because
Most of the weekends, I think it's like you have to find the beauty in kind of everyday life, like in Mondays and Tuesdays.
Because
sometimes like the Tuesdays can be so cool,
It's so
You
beautiful.
just kind of have to find the beauty in your normal everyday life, even in Mondays and Tuesdays.
Yeah, and that's, I think it's all about perspective, because if you start your day or your week complaining about, oh, it's Monday, fuck, then you start your day off and your week off wrong.
Yeah.
Then you're just constantly waiting for the weekend to come, and then you do whatever you do, and then it's the same shit again, and that's, you know, that's the rat race. So disconnect from the matrix and enjoy every single day. That's the way it is. This is something that we need to experience on tours, because literally when you're on tour, you don't know which day it is. You just arrive at a venue, then you rock out, and then you leave, and then it's the next day, and days don't matter.
Yeah, every day
rock and roll. Every day is rock and roll. Every day is just a
every
day.
day.
So yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, anything there?
Do you have any?
I have many questions.
Yeah, let's continue.
Okay, let's go with, why did we decide to start the band? Or how?
You guys
Well,
tell
I think
me.
It was us two. Anna had been rocking out on
Couple
the drum
years.
set for a couple of years, and then I sang in school, and then I of course told Anna, because I thought it was pretty fucking cool that my best friend plays the drums, and now I sing. So naturally I told him, and then a couple of years later we had a band, and we started finding the guys around us. We found Mickey first, and then Mickey went to the army straight away, like a week after we found him. He forgot to tell us, and then I was like, oh shit, I'm going to go, I'm going to be there for a year. So that happened, but that was cool, because then we got to, you know, live our teenage lives, and then we started to find other guys, and 2014 when Joel joined the band, that's when everything started to happen.
Why?
Yeah, but it was why and how.
Yeah.
But why? Because I think we all share the need to express ourselves in a different way than just through words. Of course, for singer, 2 words, yes, but it's different when you sing out your emotions, or play out them, or hit the shit out of the drums. It's a very basic animalistic feeling, and primal attraction to that you just want to express yourself in some way. And well, there's a reason why most of the artists are a bit weird and just kind of different. I wouldn't say different from normal, because normal seems kind of bland and grey, because then you have to fit in some box that's bullshit. So yeah. Music chose us. Let's
I think so too. It's like
it's just
when we started forming the band, and I remember when I started playing, it's like I didn't really know about anything else. It's like I just felt that this is what I need to do now. This is what I want to do, and that's that's just music chose us.
Yeah, and the style of music was like the same for all of us. We wanted to, you know, play rock music and, you know, at the same way. So that's how we kind of.
That's how it started.
It was each other, and it's like the same kind of feeling for us.
Yeah, it was all very natural, and kind of things just sort of happened.
Yeah. So. And then there's a question that are you coming to Brazil again?
Yes, of course we are. But like we said many times, when it's possible, we will do it. Because your country is beautiful. We only saw a tiny bit of it, and the people are super nice. The food is great. The weather is great. There's nothing that we can complain about.
We just need a good promoter.
We need a good promoter, and then of course, once again, you need to have the great package and everything. But we will come there for sure. What's your biggest inspiration when it comes to composing? And actually, we get these kind of questions during these live streams, and in general, many times we're always going to answer them, because there might be someone who's here that wasn't here last time, so welcome. What's our biggest inspiration when it comes to composing? Anyone can start.
Well, I think it depends really much. It could be just an emotion, it could be a line of text that inspires you, it could be something that you're just fooling around with your guitar and it sounds good, and then kind of building on that. It depends on the song and the feeling.
Yeah, it can literally be you just sitting outside and seeing and hearing the trees dance. That might give you an inspiration. That's literally an inspiration that I have for a song that I'm writing right now, which you might hear later. So anything inspires us. I think life, everything that's around us, within us, that's music. And when you're a musician and artist, the weird and fun thing about it is that we don't know where the music comes from. We're literally just taking it in from the universe, and then we make it a song. And that's pretty much it. It's the magic of music, really.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter which language it is. It doesn't matter what it's about, the emotions, everything. It's just something that every single one of us can feel in some way or another.
Yeah, and actually one certain situation when you're kind of just going to sleep and but
Yes.
you haven't just, gone into that state of sleep, you might get these bursts of kind of melodies or something like that, and you just have to, force yourself to wake up for a bit to get them down, otherwise you won't remember them.
Yeah, nowadays it's very good to have these phones with us, because you can literally just open your eyes and sing it to your phone, sing and do the rhythmics and everything. Because all of us, we've had these weird things that it's sometimes you have to choose. Do I wake up from this weird state now and record this idea? Because if I do that, I might actually lose it, just like a dream. But then sometimes you do that. Sometimes I just choose to be in that moment, so I hear the whole song in my head. It's a brand new song and everything, but I know that, okay, now if I break this weird trance that I'm in, I won't be able to get anything down from it. So then I'll just try to get even the basic parts, but usually it fucks up. Yeah. But it's very cool. Tell us, do you have the same? Or it might not just be music, it might be some other art as well.
Yeah.
Another question, the new album is 100% love and metal. Thank you so much. We put our heart and our soul into it, and the kind words, the love that we've been receiving from you guys, it's been mind-boggling, to say the least. It's always one of those things that when you get to record something, you get to sit on top of it for way too long and then you release it. It's a scary feeling at the same time while it's exciting. Because we're proud of it, we love it, but we have no idea what the other side, what you might think of it. But usually it's if we like it, then you like it as well.
Yeah. So far so good.
So far so good. It's the album, what we've heard is that people love it, and then at the same time it's not for everyone. Someone's been asking for us to record an album like the first album again, but that's never gonna happen. Sorry.
Yeah.
So that's just the way it is. And
We're gonna grow as musicians.
grow as a musician, and try out different things. And a European tour scheduled for next year. Nothing scheduled, but plans for sure. In how many countries have you had gigs?
Many countries.
I'm pretty sure it's somewhere a bit over 20.
Yeah,
but probably less than 30.
Yeah,
I would
somewhere between 20 and 30.
That's my guess.
What the guys say, yeah.
It's possible.
Possible, yeah. Maybe was a good answer. What was the most unusual gift from fans? Well, once I got sent home an envelope with hair and fingernails.
Wow.
So,
I didn't even know about
yeah, one of those weird things. Thanks, I guess. Now I can clone you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of cool and weird. But that's why I have this. My hair is this long, because then I can just add it here. So yeah, that's my answer. Yeah, unusual.
I don't know. I think
We love all our gifts.
I haven't
Yeah.
had that weird stuff actually, so it's been all nice
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, we love our fan gifts. Keep them coming. But
Nothing is too weird for us.
no, we
We are weird.
Even fingernails and
it's protein and calcium. It's good. It's good. Your favorite lines from your songs, individual answers, please. Oh, that's a very hard question. See, we have not looked through these questions at all before this, so this is something that you typically.
What was that?
Favorite line,
Oh.
lyric line. Oh, fuck, that's It's a hard question.
From the new album or
Just in general.
General, I think.
I mean, this one goes way back, but I always loved the you can be the slave or be the change.
Yeah.
And I remember actually loving that kind of wordplay even before we realized that should be the name of our EP. Like back in the day, we played Story to Tell, and Hannes would sing that even before we had the name, and I just loved the whole line, and that's probably the reason why it became the name of the EP, because I think it's
It sums it up.
And,
It sums it up.
I'd say from mental slavery, an eye for an eye will make the world blind.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Live each day like it's your last. Forgive and forget to find your path. Sorry, not your past. But that's from Shangri-La, and that's one of those things. Once again, we have to look within and forgive ourselves and forgive everyone that's ever harmed us, and realize that we are here for a reason in this exact moment because of all the things that we got to experience and live through and struggle through, and that is exactly what makes us who we are. But to say that that's my favorite one, I can't say it's my favorite one, but I can just say that's one that popped in my mind right now. But the answers by these guys as well could have easily been mine.
The one that also popped in my mind that we actually did on the latest record is the ending part of Beat of My Heart, where the whole band quits and it's on the guitar and vocals, like no longer I wonder where you are. I think that's
That gives a nice complete sensation.
It's really
because
cool.
it changes throughout the song.
Yeah, it's like
at the ending,
like the answer.
Yeah, it's
works really nice.
yeah, I really love it. And it's for that song as well. The meaning of the song has changed for me while writing it, because where I was writing it, and then where I was while I was recording it, and then where I'm right now after I'm done recording it, and now that I play it live. So that's the beauty of it, to get to experience all different kind of emotions, and to see that the song that you've written with your guys actually changes for you. It's very cool, and that's the, once again, beauty of music.
Yeah, the music leaves you through
Yeah.
your life, and you kind of have a different meaning for the song now than you did 1 year ago. And
Yeah.
it's like,
Some songs, of course, some songs are written because of some person or something that you've gone through or lived through. So that's a bit different. But yeah, just in general, yeah, for sure. Let me know who you think Mama's Boy or Money Talks is about. If you know. You have a very interesting style. Do you choose clothes for performances together? We used to. We don't do that anymore. But
We actually talked
we talked about this in the last one.
Yeah.
But like I said,
Of course.
same questions most of the time, so we can answer it. Yes and no. But definitely no, because now we just want to look like ourselves. We're not a fucking boy band, so we'll leave those things for them, which is cool.
We're
as
a
well.
girl band.
Yeah, definitely. Girls' generation, Korean pop. Yeah, but it's we know each other for years, and we've been telling each other to look the way we want to. Be yourself. Just same for every single person out there. Be yourself. Wear the clothes that you want or don't want. You can be butt naked as well. That's good for you. but you know, we don't think too much about that. And if we wear the clothes that we think are cool on us, then it usually works as a group as well, because we're a family. So
we kind of naturally match, even though we don't agree on anything or we don't choose the clothing together. It's like, whenever we buy a new set of clothing, they immediately match with each other. So
yeah, that's just the way it is.
yeah, we've grown
It's
to the whole
been
thing.
evolving like throughout the years, but I think we're now, like on the recent years, we kind of, we've nailed it now.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's the
really
same.
well.
It changes every year, kind of.
It's the same with day-to-day clothing as well.
Yeah.
And, you wear what makes you feel good at whichever point in time.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know how to. How can someone get your special attention I don't know what you mean with special attention, if it's like attraction or if it's it's
Probably not fingernails.
probably not invading my home with stuff like that, but
it's special.
it's special, definitely.
Yeah.
But I did get a very nice letter with it as well, thinking about the music, but that was nice. But yeah, get our special attention. Come to the shows.
Yeah.
Support the band. Do everything that you can to let your friends know that you like us, and then they will either not like us or then they will like us. One of those.
Yeah, and just be yourself.
Be yourself.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything extra. Just be yourself and
Come to the shows and
come to the shows. That's literally come to the shows and you know, tell the world that you like us. That's pretty much it. Except your show in Hamburg. When will you be back in Germany? Once again, plans.
Yeah.
nothing secured, but we'll definitely come back there.
Yeah, for sure.
Sooner than later.
Yeah. Okay. I think this one is for me. What do you like to sing besides Shiraz Lane? Monsters of Rock 2020 was fantastic. Karaoke. Yeah, I did not know there was karaoke at Monsters of Rock until last evening. And next time we're coming there next year, I will be living in the karaoke place, literally, because the sound was great and like literally all the greatest rock hits there. But what I like to sing outside of Shiraz Lane is, you know, my favorite artists. I listen to lots of music and then I sing along with them. I'm planning on doing some cover stuff as well because, I've been asked to do that, and it's just a matter of finding out how I can do it in the best quality kind of way. But I do like all styles. Well, I don't understand every style of music, but I like to sing. For instance, one of my favorite bands is One Republic, and that's pop. And I've been listening to that a lot lately because they came out with this live album, which was just splendid. Lots of old cool songs, and then lots of the new album. But just anything in general. And I'm gonna make some posts about this because I want to know which kind of covers you'd like for me to sing. And then I'll choose which inspires me the most, because as much as I love Skid Row, I don't want to, do Youth Gone Wild, because that's pretty boring for me. I love the song, but I don't want to cover it. Or some Guns N' Roses or stuff like that. And definitely not Motley Crue.
It's so easy, like
Definitely not Motley Crue. That's something I'm gonna ever cover. I cover sure at a show, but never record. Yeah. But anything in general, anything that I like, all my favorite bands, Michael Jackson, Got Hard, you name it. So, long answer, pretty much being those three bands. What do you think about Russian rock music? No idea. We have,
Yeah, actually, we don't have any idea about.
no idea. So let us know.
Yeah.
Because
But we
It would be cool to know.
Actually, we know Pam.
Yeah.
Pavel Popov, the guitar player.
Yeah.
Used to be in Santa Cruz.
Yeah. But
He's a really good player, and
Yeah.
he
Great
released
band.
his own music also.
Yeah.
So that's actually the album.
are there other professional fields beside music that you are attracted to? For sure. I mean, we do this, but then there's, the life outside of Shiraz Lane as well. And the life that you choose to live outside of Shiraz Lane typically has to do something with Shiraz Lane in one way or the other. That's just how it is. For me personally, if I start answering this while the other guys think, I'm very much into trying to find a way how I can live to the best of my potential, which is every single day that I wake up, I want to be better than the day before. So for me, that means a lot of, let's say, spiritual exploring within myself. And with this, there's, for instance, Wim Hof breathing techniques that I am doing every single day. Biohacking in general, which means literally just hacking your biology to perform as good as you can, because as a singer, your voice is as good as you are feeling, and as good as you sleep, and as good as you eat, and as good as you exercise. So it's a combination of all these things. For me, mental, spiritual, and physical health is a very, very big thing. I just want to improve every single day, and these things that I learn, then I can teach them forward. Because the cool thing about teaching vocals, for instance, or something else, is that while you teach someone, you are being the teacher, while you are also being the student at the same time, because you teach and then you learn. It's a beautiful exchange of energies. So that's, for me, what I really am very much interested in. And there's not much money to be made there though, but I don't care. Perhaps in one way or the other, in the future I can somehow make a living out of that as well. And especially with the vocal lessons that I get, it's been very cool. And yeah, also of course, currently I'm writing a book, but that's for the future. But it's something that you've been asking for a long time now, and I just decided to start it, and I realized that it was like a journal of sorts for me, and it's been very cool so far. I think I am like 60 pages in right now, so it's pretty cool. So, the other guys?
Yeah, well, it's not really occupational, but I love to travel outside of the band and put myself in situations that are not your everyday situations, and kind of just learn about people in different cultures and expand my kind of reality in that way. Because if you just stay in your kind of home base, you never, get the chance to see and experience everything else that's out there.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Yeah, traveling is amazing.
Yeah, getting out of the comfort zone.
Yeah, finding new, seeing new cultures, realizing that everyone's the same pretty much. It's just a matter of cultural,
And I actually also love history really much, like for example, ancient Egyptian history, and all the Maya cultures and everything. So I'm fascinated by them as well.
Yeah. Awesome.
Well, everything like music related besides the band, and like a bit of sports like physical health, what I got actually interested last year a bit more than I used to.
Yeah,
between the music and everything, stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't do much besides playing.
Yeah, he gives
like Hannes said, it's like almost everything we kind of do is like in some way kind of benefits the musical journey and kind of the band we are in, and so it's like almost everything in some way contains playing and music. And I do drum teachings and lots of things related to drums, so that's what I want to do, and for now that's it. But I'm hoping in the near future to actually go to a school and get a degree out of economics or kind of business stuff, because that's the stuff in life that just doesn't go away. There always will be kind of businesses, and there always will be economics, and to understand that it's one of my future goals.
Yeah, and that at the same time, it's literally. Hey, yes, it's like literally also the economics part. It's a very huge part of the playing in a band.
Yeah.
That's something that people don't even realize how big it is. It's like, sure, the music, that's what we get to do. The writing and composing and recording and playing them live. But it's because of all the economic parts behind the band and everything. It's one of those reasons why we can't come to Brazil if we want to. We can't come to Argentina if we want to, or the States or whatever. Because we have to have everything in control. And to be honest, to really succeed as a band, you should not be a slave to this, that, or that part
and
of
it
the
benefits
industry.
to know.
It benefits to know that a lot. So I'm very excited for his future studies.
Yeah.
If that's gonna benefit him and us as well.
That's in the future, but that's something I have definitely in my goal set, and it's always fresh to have something else on your table as well, other than music, to kind of balance it up.
Yeah.
So.
Where would you be if you didn't make music?
Actually, there's one question here. Is there any book you could recommend concerning like mental health? I think one book I think we all have read is Zen
and the Art of Happiness.
Yes.
That's
I think it
one of
was
those.
by Chris Prentice.
Chris Prentice. It's the first time that I got to read it. It was because Anna's dad gave it to me, and the cool thing about this, the super cool part of it, is that he gave it to all his children, but he decided to give it to me as well, and that's what changed my
It's
life.
part of the family.
And
that's actually where
That's
the
right.
book is where we got kind of the meant to be,
Everything's meant to be.
kind of idealistic
Yeah.
way of thinking that.
Yeah, it's the very, some say naive way of thinking, but that's literally if you wake up every single day and see everything as a potential instead of as a stressor, or that, because it's all the same emotions either way. It's up to you to choose if it's positive or negative, literally every single situation. But that was, that's like the main one. Actually, after our last show, there was one of our fans, and she came to me and she told me that she read it a couple of years back and it changed her life as well.
Wow.
I have a couple of other books as well. So of course, naturally, The Power of Now.
Yeah.
Last novel on Boehm in French. Eckhart Tolle. Very, very good book that makes you question yourself a lot and makes you reevaluate your position when it comes to how your mind works. For me, this story of Wim Hof. So Wim Hof, just Google him, check it out. There's lots of free things that he's teaching forward. But the whole thing about breathing in his way, it's as an exercise, it's going to change your life. But then there's also a book called Breath, and it's the history of breathing. So that's super cool. That's something that once again changed my life and my perspective on everything, because it helped me alleviate my issues when it came to sleeping and just day-to-day life. So more on this later.
But probably not the dirt from Motley Crue. That's not for your.
That's not.
That's not a Bible.
How did we choose the name of the band? How did you get into music? How did it all start? Okay, these are big questions.
Voisi ottaa vielä muuta.
Yeah. A couple more questions and
a couple more questions. Good. Yeah. Let's take 3 more questions, and because we're gonna continue with this next week,
and we have a flight to catch in the morning. So.
Will the new album be in vinyl? Yes, it shall. It must. It will.
It's actually coming out in vinyl, but it's, I guess, later this year or in the beginning of next year.
Yeah.
But it will be out. But nowadays it takes like, I think 6 months even to, have it out, because there are lots of bands and
Everyone wants to buy.
and there are not that many vinyl pressing places. So it takes time. It's coming.
How do we write our songs? Do we write them together or separate? Where do we get the ideas for the songs? Both. So like Miki said earlier, it starts with an idea, a melody, a rhythm, riff or something. Usually it's Miki that has his the foundation of a composition in his mind. He brings it to us, then we start working together. Or then it might be like literally a melody or skeleton of a composition for one of the guys. That's just the way it works with us. That's the way it sounds like Shiraz Vanish, because every single one of us makes their own part somehow, one way or the other.
Yeah.
And it's just it's beautiful, it's gorgeous. That's the way it works for us. But for the idea, it's literally life. Okay, one more question. Dream stage. Yes. Oh yes. And okay, some other person was already asking, do we play Behind the 8 Ball live? Yes, we do. Dream stage. Let's go.
Outer space.
Mars.
Mars.
Yeah. On Mars.
Mars.
Cool, why not? Elon Musk, take us there. We shall.
North Pole.
Very cool. What about the flat earthers?
Actually, Metallica plays.
Metallica did it.
Already.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah, that's
Would it- I mean-
that's late now.
North Pole would be cool.
South Pole.
South Pole.
Yeah.
And to see that with your own eyes must be kind of stunning to see.
I was listening to a podcast today about a firm that is going to start with these commercial flights into not space but super fucking high. And with this new technology that they have there, they're gonna have like this, well, space for the customers, which are most likely gonna be the billionaires because they're the only ones that are gonna have the money to do that. But still, it's gonna be like a space where you can hang out like this. So I'd like to play live there while we're watching the Earth. That'd be super cool. And then go to the moon, and then have a festival there, and then go to Mars and have a festival there,
And then go to the moon and
back. Yeah, that's about it. Yanni, where do you want to play? Your mom's garage?
She doesn't have any. Maybe it's your mother's.
Alright, I think we can
Maybe at some stadium. It doesn't matter which stadium, but
The old Wembley Stadium with Shiraz and Guns N' Roses.
At some point, you know,
Yeah.
big stadium show.
Thank you so much for joining in.
See you in Hannes' mom's
See you in my mom's garage.
Live from Hannes' mom's garage.
See you. The acoustic show is gonna be there.
Because I like the boys. Because I like the boys.
Thank you so much.
How do you
We're gonna do this.
quit this?
We're gonna see. We don't know how to do
Ah,
this.